Hello and welcome. This is James Blanchard, Cisneros, at your service. Today I will be reading the October 19th Facebook post and making a few comments on it, and then I trust it will assist both of us on our journeys. Here we go. Self-love. If you desire to learn to love yourself more, or get a better feel for what it's like to be fully self-loving, before you do anything, ask yourself, what would someone who loves himself or herself do in this situation? What is self-loving is what will make you feel as if you're aligning with your core inherent values. At your core, you are joyous, forgiving, respectful, peaceful, and kind to yourself and others. We are one. Thus, when we are truly being self-loving, we are loving everyone. If you feel like you're lacking self-love because we are all one, if you're not loving others, then there is a part of you that you are withholding love from. When you're withholding love from others, but have no conscious awareness that this can affect you, then confusion and conflict will result. Confusion and conflict are signs of self-doubt, not of understanding your or knowing your whole self. And self-doubt is a sign of a lack of self-love. You are, and we are, a fully loving being. This is our Creator's creation. We are our Creator's creation. And our Creator is love. And therefore we are what our Creator is. And some of love's extensions are kindness, compassion, generosity, peace, joy, forgiveness. And so anytime we're not expressing or experiencing these, then somewhere we have bought into the illusions of ourselves as real, instead of being aligned with our truth, with a real reality. And so every day we're gifted opportunities to see where we're not aligning with our true nature. And when we're not aligning with our true nature, we're not being self-loving. When we're not offering compassion, we're not being self-loving. Because we are all one, when we are condemning our brother and sister, when we're not offering compassion, then we're condemning ourselves. When we're being judgmental or angry at somebody else, then that anger and resentment is felt within us. And no matter how right the ego tells us we are to feel that way, we never really quite feel right about that. And so the ego would have you defend this limited illusionary belief of yourself. And anything that challenges that structure that you and the ego have built and the ego has programmed you with, it defines as an attack on your belief system, which is really your and the ego's belief system. And so it tells you that it's right and honorable to defend yourself against an attack or something that challenges your beliefs. And so you do. And so you judge and condemn others for attacking your belief system or not thinking the way you do. And then you're patted on the back by the ego and told you're courageous and brave for defending your way of thinking. And that especially that you're right for defending the way you're thinking. And that you're right for condemning others for judging you. But no matter how many pats on the back you get from the ego, no matter how right the ego tells you you are, it just does not feel right to condemn, be angry, be judgmental at a brother or sister. Because honestly, it's just not your true nature to be that. Your true nature is to be self-loving, is to be loving. And so you are to offer compassion, kindness, forgiveness. Share joy and peace with your brothers and sisters. That is your true nature. That is when you know you're being self-loving, when you're loving others, because others are you. When instead of condemnation and judgment, you choose compassion and forgiveness, you're loving yourself. When the ego insists you must be angry at a brother, and you instead look at them and say to yourself that they are worthy of their journey as much as you are, then you're loving yourself by choosing peace instead of pain. And so today, let us simply practice that. Let us practice being self-loving in the opportunities that we are gifted today. For many times during our days, the opportunities that are presented to us are simply the illusions we have bought into within our mind as real. And so we ask for these opportunities to present themselves so that we can see where we're not aligned with our true nature, with the state of peace, with the state of love. And so brothers and sisters are offering this to us. And so obviously gratitude is the only sane response to such a offering. And when we're condemning or being angry or resentful or jealous at somebody else, let us not judge ourselves for that. For we already know that judgment gets us nowhere. And so judging our brothers and sisters gets us nowhere, and judging ourselves gets us nowhere. Nowhere where we truly belong. Now, you don't judge yourself for judging others simply because many times you have to walk through the ego's darkness. You have to judge and judge and judge to realize that judgment is not worth it. And so for that, you're basically never, quote unquote, wrong. For whichever way you feel. Whatever way you feel is the way you're feeling. Whatever, your journey is sacred. And so yes, there are times where the ego tells you you should be feeling good about yourself, you should be feeling bad about yourself, you're worthy, you're not worthy, you're smart, you're not smart enough. It's all the ego's illusions and lies. Whatever is occurring to you, whatever you're experiencing, is an act of love and is an act of calling out for love. For that is all that love can do. Love can either express itself or ask to be reminded of who it truly is. And so when you experience judgment and anger towards others, or when you experience others being angry or judgmental towards you, that is simply the illusion that we're buying into as real. And many times we have to buy into it as real enough times to see that it's not real, that it's not in alignment with our true nature. And we notice that it's not in alignment with our true nature when we don't have peace, when we don't have joy, when we don't have compassion. That's when we notice that those are the tips that are showing us when we're not in alignment with our true nature. And so let us offer those tips and those individuals who bring those tips to us gratitude for that today. And let us offer every moment that we have gratitude. For when we're offering gratitude, we're being self-loving. It could be anything. We could be washing the dishes, and the ego might have taught us that washing the dishes is not cool, or not a joyous moment, that we should kind of condemn the dishes for being dirty. But you can't have peace. You can't choose to have peace while you wash dishes. You can't be thankful for even having dishes. You can't be thankful for even the food that was on the dishes to begin with. For not everybody's given that blessing. And so washing dishes can become a blessing. And when you bless the moment, you bless yourself. When you condemn the moment, you condemn yourself. When you become angry and judgmental at the moment, that anger and judgment flows through you. And so let us not disregard any moment. For every moment is indeed a gift. Every moment allows us to experience the love that we are, or is assisting us in remembering that what we are experiencing is not real, because it's not in alignment with the truth in us. For example, going outside and it was 80 some degrees in October here in Miami, and you go outside and you sweat. You go, wow, October. I shouldn't be sweating in October. But what is sweating? What is sweating? It's just the body making sure that it's cool enough to be as productive as it needs to be. So that it's a blessing. Sweating is a blessing. How can you condemn the sun? You can say it's too hot. Well, there's places that don't experience the beauty of 80 degrees in September. And what's the sun? The sun is vitamin D, vitamin D3. One of the most important vitamins you can have is from the sun. And so every moment allows you to bless the moment. And when you bless the sun, you're blessing yourself, because we are all one. You cannot condemn the sun and be at peace with yourself at the same time. That's not possible. Because when you're condemning the sun, you're experiencing these emotions flowing through your body first, and through your brain, and through your mind. And so when you condemn, you feel it. And you carry that with you. Because you're carrying a belief that's not real about you with you. And that only creates burden. And so you carry this burden, these illusionary burdens, but they have actual weight. Anger, condemnation, regret, resentment, sadness, being pissed off at the dishes, angry with the sun. All these energies you carry within if you buy into them as real. If you buy into the ego's thought system as real, you will carry these within you. And sooner or later, you will have the experience of you again pushing that out into the physical world so that you can see that it's not really real. And that you can offer compassion instead of condemnation. And that you can offer gratitude instead of being pissed off that you have to do the dishes. It can be a million things. But just imagine if you truly believe that. If you truly believe that every moment you have the opportunity to align with the truth within you and experience self-love, what kind of days and what kind of life would you start to have? When every moment becomes an opportunity to be thankful, to be grateful. To be grateful for your food. To be grateful that you had dishes. To be grateful for the sun. To be grateful for sweating. Every moment offers you that opportunity, no matter what the moment is. It doesn't matter. Every moment is created for you, so that you can remember who you truly are. And so you can manifest into the world what you are not, so that you can see that you are not that. But there's no need to condemn that, for that is simply helping you remember who you are not. So let us not condemn that. Let us instead offer gratitude for that. For that is helping us remember who we truly are. So imagine being grateful the whole day for things the ego insisted you must judge, insisted you must condemn, because it's the right thing to do. And what if today we just simply decline that invitation? What if we simply decide to have gratitude for each and every moment, each and every person we're with? what would happen? Aligning yourself with the light within you, what would happen if you keep on aligning yourself with your own light, with the truth within you in every moment? That light would shine brighter and brighter and brighter, and then it will start reflecting onto everything, everyone, and all. And the more you do it, the more you see how true it is. That the compassion, kindness, forgiveness, joy, love, self-love is real. That is what is real. And you feel it in your heart. And just know it to be true. Because you feel it. Doesn't matter what the past has taught you. What the ego has programmed into you. As being right or wrong, true, not true. Worthy of condemning or worthy of compassion. Does not matter. Because now you know that when your light is shining bright, you understand that every single person's journey is sacred. Imagine the burden you would release yourself from if you chose to stop judging others for just one day. Imagine the weight that would come off your back if you did that. If you simply declined the ego's invitation, the ego's demands to judge. The ego doesn't invite. The ego demands. It demands that you judge and defend yourself. But against what? You're defending yourself against yourself. You're defending your illusions against other illusions. But there's nothing real that the ego can offer you. There's nothing real worth defending. That fairy tale that the ego has sold to you as being your truth is a lie. And every single person and every single moment is helping you remember that it is a lie. And it's not your fault. And it's not your parents' fault. And it's not your grandparents' fault. They were simply taught what their parents taught them. And so on and so forth. And that's what they taught us. And it's okay. But we're coming to a point in time where this light is available for us to truly see. The light is now available for us to truly see. And when we start seeing, we forgive. We forgive our parents, our grandparents. We forgive society. We forgive the ego. And as we start to forgive the ego starts to dissolve. For it knows that we need it no longer. It knows that it cannot trick us anymore. And sure, we'll have days that seem to be up and down. But the more our light shines, the quicker we will see when we're playing in the darkness. And we have played in the darkness for long. And so we know that it's not worth it. Being right is not worth more than being happy. Being quote-unquote right is not worth more than compassion, than kindness, than forgiveness, than joy, than peace. Because being right is meaningless. Simply be your light and allow others to shine their light in whatever possible way they can. And when you do respect others, you'll be respecting yourself, and you'll be reminding yourself that even those areas within your mind that don't have quite that light, which are represented by certain brothers or sisters, that they too deserve that light, because they are you, and you or they are one, and so they are within you. And so when you see that those darkened areas, they are not there, they are within your mind. And when you remember that, you start to shine light on that, because you start to get understanding. which is light. Light is understanding. And when you understand who you truly are, when you understand that you're not disillusioned, you let it go. And it has no more worth for you. There's no more worth in condemnation, and anger, and resentment, and jealousy. What has those energies have ever done for us? Nothing. Nothing other than teach us that they are not real, that they are not worth our peace of mind and joy. And so let us do that today. Let us simply offer gratitude for each moment, for each person, for the dishes, for the sun, for everything. Because that is what every moment offers us. The opportunity to see the love in it. Opportunity to remember that we are loving and that we are worthy of love in every moment. Every moment we are worthy of love. And every moment the ego condemns, becomes angry, or whatever, what the ego is telling us silently is that you're not worthy of love. That's what the ego is trying to say. That you're not worthy of love in every moment. But we now know that's not true. And so let us simply be our truth today. Let us align with our true nature. Let us be who our Creator created us to be, and shine this light so that all our brothers and sisters can remember who they truly are. Thank you very much for your time. I love you very much. If you would be so kind as to like, comment, or share this video, it would help with the listening process, and it might help somebody who can use this information find it someday. If you would like to leave me a question or a comment, I would be delighted to offer a response. And if you can please subscribe to my YouTube videos, I would love to have you in this community. Again, thank you very much for your time. I love you deeply, deeply indeed. And God willing, we'll see each other tomorrow. Peace.